Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Blazekiller, and today we are back with another video. In today's video, I wanted to talk about the different regions, the different the different biomes in this game, and familiarize you guys with these. And you guys may be familiar with them, and if you are already, you're gonna learn some new things in today's video. I guarantee it. I looked up different. Like some videos that have been made on different biomes in the past, and the only one I can find is someone ranking the different biomes. I'm like, okay, guys, like, no, there's no videos on this. Like, I'm sure you guys would benefit from knowing how, what some of these things are. And so that's exactly what I'm going to do in today's video. The main biomes, some geographical features of Lumber Tycoon 2 itself, and maybe share with you guys some things that you guys didn't know before. So the first thing we're going to get into is the main biome. The main biome is where you spawn, and it's the location where all players spawn when they enter the game. This biome has two stores, the Woods R Us right here, and the land store. It has roads leading to the mountainside, the boat dock, and the sand dock, and the bridge which leads to the safari, and also the entrance to the taiga. In this main biome, there are plots of land only available. The plots of land that you can spawn your base in are only available in this biome and nowhere else. And there are 8 plots of land available, but the game server maxes out at 6 players, which is kind of weird. Leaves 2 plots always empty. The other biome I'll drive to right now, the Cherry Meadow, also resides in this biome, so it's kind of like a biome inside of a biome, which is kind of cool. And during the Winter Games 2017 event, this biome and the rocks and cliffs were covered with a thin layer of snow, but was not as thick as the snow in the taiga biome, which I'll show you guys in a second. So here's the, oops, there's a tree growing there. Here's the Cherry Meadow biome. It's kind of very tiny, kind of very tiny. Yep, it's pretty darn tiny, but it's like kind of a little biome inside of a biome. In some areas of the biome during that event were not covered with snow, such as that biome right there, the Cherry Meadow biome, the sand dock, the boat dock, etc. Sandy area, the wood drop off. And speaking of the wood drop off, that is also another feature that is inside of this biome where you can sell your wood. This game. So that pretty much covers this, and the biome does change depending on the time of year, like the end times update and the Halloween update. Like, it's going to look a little different depending on the different season it is, and things like that. Just some more features about the Cherry Meadow. It's just a little area dug out in the main biome. It's located, I told you, near the entrance of the taiga biome, which I'll show you guys in a second. In the mountainside, the most common tree that grows there is the cherry tree, but the oak and elm trees do grow there occasionally as well. And another feature is this area does share the music with the main biome, although it is kind of a separate biome in itself. It does not have its own music like a lot of other biomes do. Okay, now I will be bringing you guys to the safari biome, which is a huge biome, and as I've talked about in previous videos, it might be expanded in the near future. So as I drive there, the safari is a biome separated by the main biome right here, and the river right here. And there are 3 stores located and separated by this bridge right here. You can have to pay money to cross that if you weren't already aware. There are 3 stores located within the safari: the Fancy Furnishings, the Boxcars, and Bob's Shack. Cherrywood, Elmwood, and Walnutwood can grow in the safari. Walnut is exclusive to the safari biome. And during October, Sinisterwood and Spookwood can be found here, but are unable to grow on roads due to them being misspelled as red instead of road. It's an interesting feature that was only fixed this year. So here's the Fancy Finishing store where you can buy different things for your base, such as toilets, such as beds, lights, things like that, and box cars, which of course are cars. And I'll lead you guys over here to Bob's Shack as well. If I'm talking quickly, I have a lot of a lot of biomes to cover in today's video, so that's why I'm talking quickly. I apologize for that, but we have a lot to cover in today's video, and I don't want to keep you guys watching a 30-minute video. Right? I'll try to keep this as quick as possible. So here's Bob's Shack, which you can buy dynamite from, and here's the can of worms, which can be used to buy the Rookie Reacts or the End Times Axe, depending on the season that you are in. Sometimes different things are sold here that have not been in a while, and this shop is open 24/7, and so is the land store, and so is Woods R Us. But Link's Logic, which is over the ocean, and these 2 stores right here, the Fancy Furnishings, the Boxcar stores, are not open 24/7. So, interesting feature. This biome has various geographical features, such as the safari hole, a teleportation passage, which I've made a video in the past, but I'll show you guys in a second. located in the western cliff sides of the biome, and the Safari Point, which is a ledge at the north of the biome. It also has two peninsulas, the Safari Peninsula, a small outcrop of land next to Fancy Furnishings, and Cliff Peninsula, Rocky Peninsula at the northwest end of the Safari. The hole, I believe is it over here? Am I tripping? Here's the hole. The hole right there, you see right above that tree, right where my menu button is up there. That's the teleportation passage that leads out of the blue maze, and I think something else as well. Is it the end times? I think it's the end times area. And so that peninsula you talked about, and there's another peninsula over here as well, which leads us to think that they're going to expand in that area as well. So this biome can be accessed through, again, the bridge, and it can be lowered by paying one of two bridge operators, which are located at the ends of the bridge. One may cross the bridge without paying for the bridge, swimming across, or having long enough wide planks to drive across the bridge. The player will be unable to transport loose items across if they were able to swim across. Another method is through the Safari Mountain Passage, which requires going through the swamp using the rock bridge. Right over here, you can go across around this bridge without having to pay. Again, the Safari hole is that hole that I showed you, located in the western cliff sides of the Safari. Its purpose is to serve as a one-way portal from the maze or lone cave, that is the end times cave, down below the bridge I'll talk about in a second. One-way portal from there to there. There are two methods of accessing the Safari hole, again through the maze or through the lone cave. A couple more features. There's a Safari Mountain Passage which goes to the swamp biome. It is over there in the very corner of there, and you can go up there to the swamp biome. I'm not going to read all about that because it's a long, it's a lot to talk about. And the Safari Points, which are over there in the peninsulas that I talked about, could be possible future expansion sites. The Safari Peninsula, which points out towards the Palm Island, one of the Palm Islands, one of the three Palm Islands, which could again be another area for expansion there. And the Cliff Peninsula is that area for expansion. Okay, we have a lot to talk about. We can talk about the Lone Cave now. It's not really commonly referred to as the Lone Cave, but that is the actual name of it, and that is the End Times biome, which is right below here. So how do you access that? Okay. The Lone Cave, also known as the End Times biome, Abyss, or the Void, is a semi-biome, so it's kind of like a biome cave, consisting of a gray slated walkway. This place is well known by players because this is where the players can chop and gather phantom wood, or End Times wood. This biome is considerably dark and empty, consisting of a very thin light blue road and an extremely large black box that is layered by a thick sand padding. The road is shaped like an upside down Y, and through that road you can access the End Times wood. And yeah, a requirement for actually going down there is preserved and enlarged ostrich eye. So an eye you were previously able to buy a long time ago. Now you can only buy it through other players. You're gonna hold that eye up to this person here. I made a video, just a few videos about the guy. You can check that out if you're curious about actually how to go down there. You can hold that eye up to this guy and chat with him and ask him to lower the bridge down, and he will lower the bridge down further than it actually normally goes down, and will lead you down to that. You also need the End Times axe to chop the End Times wood, so don't go down there without getting that first. You can obtain that through trading, or you can obtain that by using the methods of obtaining the Rookery axe during the Halloween. Also come down with money to keep the bridge lowered for long enough, and a small enough car to get down those bridges, and some work lights would be helpful as well to go down there and see where you're going. Once again, there's a hole down there that teleports you back outside of here if you are unable to go up with the bridge, because it does not go down forever. Okay, the next thing I want to show you guys talk about is the swamp biome. I'm not going to go to every single biome because that will take a long time, but I'll go to the main ones. The swamp biome is another mini biome, again located over here in the Safari biome, and it's between the mountainside of the Safari, and Goldwood and Zombie wood are exclusive to this area. The Goldwood is like a yellowish wood, and the Zombie wood is a green wood. The Goldwood, don't confuse that with Sinister wood or this wood right here. It's going to be different. I don't know if I think I have some Goldwood on my base, but it's only going to be in a small blueprint if I do have it. The swamp mainly consists of a brownish grass. Here's Goldwood. In a shallow creek that passes through it. It does not deal damage to players when touched, but it does look like it would because it looks pretty toxic. You can access this through a few different methods. Through the rock bridge method, which is going over here, through where my cursor is and going over through there. You can access it through the other side as I showed you, or you can access it through through a plank, having a long enough plank to be able to reach up there where my cursor is pointing. That's going to be the entrance of the swamp biome. That's pretty much it. Spook and Sinister Wood can spawn there as well. And again, there are two main ways. That other way through the Safari and through here, the main biome, or through really the mountainside that you can access that through. And you can access it through here, the main biome as well, if you have a long enough plank, as I talked about. Alright, the next biome, it's not really a biome per se, it's more of an area, but that's going to be the mountainside. The mountainside is technically part of the main biome, but it's up in the mountainside. So I'll drive over there right now. The mountainside is a direct pathway to the volcanoes and is one of the two homeowners of Birchwood, the other being the tropics biome, which is over the ocean. Well, I'll take you guys over there when the time comes for that. Yeah, you can access this through the road right here, and it's pretty similar to the other to the main biome, except for again the birch trees. And you can access it through other methods, of course, but really the main one is through here. During a short period of time, let's not hit this guy. You used to be able to get the Squidward painting up here as well. Now you can't, but you used to be able to get put 2 different boxes inside of 2 different holes, and it would open up a pathway for you to buy a Squidward painting up here, which says bold and brash when clicked or when activated through some different method. So that's cool, yeah, but you can't do it anymore. You can only buy that off of players if you want to obtain that. You probably saw that on my screen if you were looking when I was at my base. So the volcano is a geographical feature as we were climbing up there, located at the top of the mountainside biome. Within the volcano, areas such as the lava trail, underground grove, boulder cave, and lava cavern, which leads to the green box. The wood exclusive to this biome is the lava wood. It can only be accessed through driving up this gravel road, and I'll lead you guys inside of this biome right now. Some obstacles for this are the heat. The heat does slowly kill you, as you can see right here, and the boulder is going to come down. There's also some music, but the boulders, try to avoid these boulders. Here is a little pathway down. I'll talk about that. It's going to kill me if I go down there because I don't have enough health or time to do that. I'll talk about that once I get up here completely. But you can see if you avoid these boulders as well as the heat that is slowly killing me, you can see someone died there because their axe is down there. If you can avoid these obstacles, then you can get all the way up here and get this coveted lava wood. It really is worth the trek, and it really is worth the pain and the stress of having to go up here. And once you get good at avoiding these obstacles and getting up here quick enough, this will surely be worth it. Lava wood is a very, very, very good wood once you start up in this game. And although it is quicker to chop it with the fire axe, which is not currently in the game anymore, you can buy off of someone else, of course, or me if you want. You can chop it with any axe. Okay, so it's going to be slower with other axes, but you can still chop it with other axes. And once you do chop it, don't carry it with your truck down. Do not carry it down in your truck. What you're going to do is you're going to throw it down this mountainside, and as you can see, it's going to slide all the way down to the very bottom, and you can drive down that way, or you can throw your car down, or get a new car and put that in your car and sell it. It's very, very good wood that sells for a lot of money. And yeah, the lava is also an obstacle, of course, as well as the fog that you're probably able to see. This lava will kill you. Will kill you on sight. But as I talked about, there are a couple of different things in here. There's the lava trail that goes down into the underground grove. I'll put some pictures on the screen. There's the boulder cave down here. It doesn't really go anywhere. Don't try to explore that. You probably die. And the lava cavern, which leads to the green box. The lava cavern is pretty much an obstacle course, a parkour course, if you will, that leads to the green box, which is it's just a green box that if you click it, it says your success has been noted. It's not really an achievement. It's just like an achievement for yourself, if you will. You were able to, bypass all these obstacles and finally get there. I made a video about that years and years ago, that you were able to actually kind of cheese the method a little bit by glitching through a wall. But again, that can be accessed through that road where my cursor is pointing right there. If you want to explore it for yourself, go for it. But it's a risky trek, so make sure you watch some videos before you do that. While I'm up here and we have a good view of the map, I want to talk about a couple more things that you can see up here. The first of that being these islands. You can see some islands right here. right here, and there's another one I think just out of my render distance. But these are the sand islands that are a series of 3 islands that are inaccessible by use of honest means. You can glitch over there, you can fly over there if you want to hack, but they're very difficult to get to. I've gone to with an exploit a long time ago on Xbox, but that's patched now. You can watch that video. You can look that up in my videos if you want. But these islands are the only areas where palm trees are found. They don't sell for much, so it's not really worth getting unless you just want to get the palm tree itself, just for the look of it. It looks like a sandy color, and it's very difficult. Very difficult. You can jump off the ferry to get it, but you can't really get home otherwise. So it's a very risky way to get there, but it's interesting nonetheless. Another one I want to talk about is through the river. So let's get down here, and I'll drive down there. Okay. So as I showed you the bridge, right? The bridge that goes over the river, right? If you go into that river, if you go through that river and drive, there's going to be different sandy patches that you're going to be able to drive to and not die because of the water, right? But once you go there and get into there's going to be a biome that's going to be the glowwood biome. This wood used to be in the game. Let's hopefully not die because of this boulder, and that's exactly what happened. Alright, well, you can see what happens when you die. You lose all your stuff, but it's okay. I needed to get back home anyways. Okay. Oh, my wood's glitching. No, stop glitching. But as you can see, the river that goes under the bridge, and that's going to go to the glowwood biome. The glowwood used to be in the game. Why is all this glitching? I have no clue why this is happening. But the glowwood used to be in the game in an event, I think in 2017, where like the snow, where there's all the snow, in the taiga biome. I'll show you in a second. But a friend of Default has passed away, and he commemorated a person through the use of that wood that she liked so much, and now that it turned into a biome in itself, which can be seen if you go through there. It's a piece of glowwood with a little altar commemorating that person who passed away. But that's a biome in itself. It's kind of a mini biome that you can access through there. It's going to be under the swamp biome, where you can access it through driving to this little sand patch over there and driving through the rest of the way. That's going to be the river tunnel biome, if you wanted a name for that. Alright, let's go to the taiga biome. We still got quite a bit left. I'll try to speed it up, but this is a long video in itself because there's a lot of features in Lumber Tycoon. Like, it doesn't seem like there is much, but there are quite a few features. Let's get ourselves this, which we are going to need to go into the taiga biome, unless someone has already done it for us. I'll show you guys in a second why. And let's get ourselves an axe, because I lost mine when I died. Alright. So we got an axe now. Perfect. So follow me to the taiga biome, and I'll talk about it on the way there. Okay. So follow this road and follow where I'm going right now. Okay. The taiga biome, also known as the snow biome or the tundra biome, is a biome next to the cherry meadow that I brought you guys to a little bit ago, and it's blocked by boulders from the snow cave. The biome has several exclusive wood types, such as the fir wood, the pine wood, and the frost wood. The fir wood and the pine wood look very similar to one another. Hard to distinguish. There are many geographical features also in this biome, such as the den, the lost cave, the snow arch, the taiga mountain passage, the mountain passage cave, and the taiga peak and the taiga peak cave, which holds the frost wood, which is exclusive to that biome. Okay, someone has already done it, but typically there are going to be boulders here, which you're going to need to explode using the dynamite. But here we are. Taiga biome is very beautiful, very snowy, and yeah. So I'll show you guys some of those features that I was talking about. You can technically climb up where those boulders fell. That boulder cave is going to be up there if you want to do that. You can access the rookery, and during the Halloween event, or during Halloween, you can access the end times axe through where I'm showing you right now. There's going to be a red eagle right here, and if you click right here, you can open the hatch, and you can watch a video on how to actually obtain that. I'm not going to do that in today's video. I've made quite a few videos on doing that in the past. But you can see a pretty thick layer of snow here. There's going to be this bridge right here, which is another feature, and there's going to be an area up to the upper taiga biome, which I'll show you guys in just a second after I finish with one more feature here. The next feature is the den. So here's the den, which had a purpose back in 2017, but now it just serves as a nice beautiful place here. You can open, and it's very dark in here, but if you want to light it up, you can chop some of this wood down, open this up, throw it in there, and it will light the furnace, light the fireplace, and light that up for you. So if you just want to chill, you're going AFK, just want to chill for a little bit, you can go and do that right there. Here is where the frost wood's going to come out. I'll show you guys that in a second, but without further ado, that's pretty much the only things in this lower biome in itself. These woods used to have a purpose. You used to be able to glitch long planks with them, but as for now, this winter cabin in that rookery place. I'm pretty sure the only interesting things up here. Okay, I made a video about the lost cave, but I'll briefly explain that. It's going to be up here, and I'll show you guys where when I get to it, but it's going to be a little cave there where it's the little abandoned lighthouse. It's really interesting. It's very mysterious. It's abandoned. It's lost, as the name suggests. And yeah, so go follow where I'm going right now. And we are going up the Taiga Mountain Passage as I speak right now, and which leads to the Taiga Peak biome in the Taiga Peak cave, which is home of the frostwood, which is unique and exclusive to this area. So you can get a nice view of the map as we climb up here, and it's just a very pretty sight. I believe the frostwood is not yet, or not the frostwood, the lost cave, but it's quite a long trek up here. Here's another bridge, which we're gonna be climbing over in just a second. But without further ado, we are up here. You can see the snow, and turn this corner here, and I believe is it here yet? I don't think it is. It might be here actually. No. Okay, I think the cave is up here somewhere. But I mean, if I can't find it, I made a video about it already, right? So you can just go watch that. So up here you can see the wood already up there. That's the frostwood, and that's exclusive to this biome. It's kind of difficult to get. I mean, not super difficult to get, of course, but you have to climb around these little tight road, which I might not even be able to do. So make sure you come with a small car and go slowly, as I'm not doing right now, but hopefully I can show you guys this. Alright, perfect. And we climb up here to the very peak, the very tippy top of this biome, and we have one more small road to cross. And now we're here. Okay, I think the cave is somewhere around here. Let's go up one more little flight here, then we'll probably be able to see it. Yeah, the cave is right there. You see that hole in the corner of my screen? It's the bottom left. That's where the lost cave, or the lone cave, is going to be. And here we have the frostwood. Very pretty. You can throw it down this little ramp here. That is a method of escaping this biome. And you can go pick up your wood down here. I think that's just about it for this biome. One more feature I want to talk about is kind of like in between this biome and the main biome, but it is interesting. It's a cave that you can find someone in there and pay them. I think it's $20 million or $10 million, I forget. Then you'll be able to fill any blueprint with 1 unit of blueprint. So you know how you know for larger blueprints you need more wood, right? But if you buy this feature, you can fill any blueprint with only one singular 1x1 unit of wood. That cave is going to be actually I think it is in the main biome, but as I'm over here I'm just going to talk about it. It's going to be up here, and it's going to be around here in this little area where my cursor's pointing. You can go inside that cave. There's going to be a skeleton in there, I believe. It's going to be very spooky, so make sure you bring enough money to actually buy that feature, and bring a work light as well so you can see around there. And there are many videos about that feature. So you can go watch those and figure out how to actually get in that cave, but it's going to be right. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's going to be up there. So you're going to get a plank or get a piece of wood that you can go up there for that. And let's see, we're looking at different biomes that we have left, and I think it is just the tropics biome. Let me just think really quickly on any other things that I may have not mentioned yet, but I think that's been pretty extensive. A couple things I might not mention, might forget to mention, as we wait for this ferry to go into the tropics biome, is this whole ocean biome. It's not really a biome in itself, but again, there are 3 different palm islands or sand islands inside of this ocean, and there are different bays and different tropic areas as well. So over there in the taiga biome, there are just different bays, different places where you would expect boats to be or something like that. And as there are boat docks right here, and there's right here and over there as well, and in the tropics biome I'm going to take you, which leads many people to think that boats might be added in the near future. Has not yet happened, but we hope for that. And just the whole the whole idea of not being able to access these islands and having different bays and different areas and coves where you can go into leads people to think that it's going to happen, in addition to there being like things like this for whatnot. But I'm going to cut the video to where the ferry comes, and I'll talk about the tropics biome when I get there. Alright guys, we're back, and as you can see, eventually the ferry came. It actually took until morning, but sometimes you have to wait quite a bit for that ferry to come in. But you see there's going to be a ferry that comes in into that dock. It's going to take us around here, and it's going to turn back around. But as you can see, there are various coves, such as this one and one that will pass by in this game, which have yet to be utilized. And as we move, we can see the 3 palm islands, 1, 2, 3, that cannot be easily accessed. Or if you jump off this right here, maybe you can access it. I'm not even sure then, but see the ferry moves actually pretty quickly. Here's another one of the coves right there in between those 2 things, but you can't really access. I mean, you can access it through the taiga biome and whatnot, but it's unfortunate that it's yet to be utilized. So here is the cove in this island. So there are various bodies of water, as I just talked about, but we'll wait for them to be utilized. Hopefully they will be soon. The tropics biome is a biome added on January 22nd, 2016, along with the rest of the January mega update. This biome contains Link's Logic, one of the stores. I'll show you guys there. The maze, the bird cave, which is not in the game anymore. At least I don't think it is. I think it's there, but you can glitch into it, but it's not. It doesn't have a purpose right now. The koa wood, which I believe is exclusive to this biome. The birch wood, as you all are familiar with, and the elm wood. There are 3 ways to get here: by Hoover's Ferry, which costs $400, so the ferry that I just took; by long planking; or with the door bridge, with the latter 2 not suggested because they are exploits. Yeah. This biome is quite unique because its mountains and rock features feature a gray color, and in contrast to the brown mountains everywhere else in Lumberland. Like back there, these gray cliffs extend fairly far and create a notable peninsula named the Tropics Peninsula near the coast of the tropics. While many players consider this an island, that is truly incorrect because of the line of cliffs that connects the tropics, right here, to the ocean cove, which is back at the main biome. Its grass maintains a considerably bright green color that extends throughout the entire biome. Unlike most biomes, the shores of this biome contain sand that slowly descends into the ocean, making it look like the sand dock in the main biome. Here's Link's Logic, where you can buy a lot of different I'm not really sure how to describe this. Like if you're familiar with Minecraft, the equivalent would be like redstone. So but just wiring and electric equipment that you can use for different things, such as color lights as well. Yeah, the Tropics currently has 2 stores, the Link's Logic and the Fine Arts Shop, which is inside the maze. Link's Logic is located at the end of the paved road, which I just led you to, at the section of the road that looks similar to that of a parking lot. Okay, the store sells logic gates and wiring items. Meanwhile, the Fine Art Shop is located within the maze and sells paintings. Before we go there, I would like to show you where the bird cave was. So this is right here. And I don't believe you can go in there anymore, but you used to be able to get the bird axe inside of that a while ago. Here's the bird cave. Yeah, I think you can glitch into that. But I'll read about that actually right now. On January 13th, 2019, the bird cave was introduced into the game. The cave was located not far from Link's Logic. It was located in a ledge that was low enough to the ground that a player could boost themselves up with a truck onto it. I'll try that right now. The cave was rather small, and at the end containing the bird, which could enchant the player's silver axe into the bird axe after following the instructions that were written on a small tablet located near the entrance of the cave. The cave is now blocked up with a boulder, as shown here. There is only the exception of wall clipping glitch to get into the cave, or else it is inaccessible due to the boulder in front of it. Keep in mind that wall clipping into the room is one-way method without the usage of resetting or leaving the game. In addition, it's an exploit. Okay, that's that feature. And the Koa wood is here. K-O-A it's spelled. And it's very thick wood. Doesn't sell for that much if I'm not mistaken, but it's again exclusive to this biome as far as I'm aware. The biggest feature of this side, though, arguably, is the cave, the blue wood cave, which is very popular. Let's I'll show you guys that cave. Well, it's really a maze, but there are caves inside of that. Where are you? It's gonna be on the right side as you go into, so there you can see the entrance to this cave. It's massive. Okay, the maze is a complex tunneling system located underneath the tropics and the ocean. It's gonna be very dark in here, so sorry if it gets really dark. The entrance to the semi-biome is located at the back end of the tropics, and depending on where the player chooses to go, leads either to the cave crawler cavern, which is the home of the blue wood, which is exclusive to this biome. It's a very glowy wood. I showed you guys that at my base. It's that really very bright glowy wood. The fine art shop or the safari exit hole. This cave, I'll talk about it actually right now. This tunneling system gets its name, it's going to be very hard to see, so I'm not even going to bother driving. This tunneling system gets its name from the maze-like structure. Most people use this system to acquire the rare cave crawler wood. Others may enter the maze to purchase items from the fine art shop, which sells paintings. The only shop in Lumberland to operate within the vicinity of the maze. Inside the maze, it's extremely dark and nearly impossible to navigate without the help of a light source, that being a work light, which you should probably bring, or your headlights on your car. I'm going to use that actually to leave the cave right now because that's going to be very hard. Okay. There are going to be black walls inside this cave. We'll talk about that. The black walls are 7 walls set around the maze at established locations. They are designed to keep a third of the maze, including the cave crawler cabin, separated from the rest of the maze. Every 4 days, a different wall will open, resulting in a new route through the maze. Occasionally, all the walls will be up, blocking all paths into the cavern. It is impossible to reach the cave crawler wood without passing at least one of these walls. It is impossible to glitch through the walls using shift lock, but it is possible to glitch through them, but it is impossible to get out of the maze with wood when all walls are up. Using exploits to attempt to remove one of these walls can result in you getting banned. Again, there's a safari hole there as well, which leads you to the safari biome, which I showed you. There are 4 NPCs located in this maze: Joel, Gek, Slam, and Timothy. Gek claims that he owns a boat shop and is somewhere down there in the maze, which leads people to think that boat shops might be added in the future. Slam says, heh, it's kind of weird. Joel warns the players that they can lose their souls in these caverns, and Timothy runs the fine art shop and is the only NPC in the maze that doesn't seem to be lost or suspicious in any way. So the maze is a very scary place. Make sure you bring a work light, and it's very narrow. Again, there are walls that go up and down depending on the day, so the path to the blue wood cave does change depending on the day. But those are the 3 features here, and with that, I think I covered the entire area, the entire map of Lumber Tycoon 2. Again, there are different other geographical features and different smaller features that I had yet to cover, but I covered the main biomes, the main regions, and the main geographical features in today's update, and I hope you guys did enjoy and learn at least something from watching this video. If you did enjoy, drop a like. Make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I do upload. Leave any comments you have in the comment section below, and thank you guys for watching. And hope this video wasn't too long, but if it was, I apologize, and hope you guys learned something at least from watching this video. And peace